Colleen Ballinger is being exposed by a former fan, and things get messy. Before I get into the story, I just want to put out a disclaimer. Please do not send any hate to Colleen Ballinger, Adam McIntyre, or anyone else mentioned in this story. This video is simply meant to report on the news and give some insight on the situation. On April 28th, Adam McIntyre, one of Colleen Ballinger's former fans, posted a video titled, "Colleen Ballinger, Stop Lying." In the video, he discussed his friendship with Colleen, which began when he was 13 and she was 29, and ended when he was 17 and she was 33. He started off by outlining how he met Colleen and the timeline of their actual friendship.
I ran a fan page on Instagram that I created in 2014 and a fan page on Twitter that I created in 2013. It was just me supporting the Ballinger family. It was simple. And I've been supporting them all up until recently. I've went to 2 of her shows, 2016 and 2018, and met her both times. After 2016, during a live stream that I'll discuss later, me and Colleen started talking on a more personal level. And by 2017, we were good friends. Or what I would have called good friends.
He said that once he started talking to Colleen, he slowly started getting personal details about her life.
This slowly turned into me getting private details about her divorce and what was happening with the relationship with her ex-husband. Around this time though was whenever my parents started getting a little bit more cautious and were wondering why a 30-year-old was talking to, at this time, a 13-year-old about her divorce. So from this point on, my parents really observed the conversations that I took part in with Colleen.
For context, Colleen married her longtime boyfriend, Joshua Evans, in July 2015, and they divorced less than a year later in September 2016. Adam also said Colleen asked him to look for drama for her.
At the time, I saw this as harmless and I was just really excited that my favorite person in the entire world wanted to talk to me. Now looking back though, I can see that it was just a way of baiting me to constantly get me to get her the information. And in 2016 to 2018, I was always asked to follow along gossip sites. Now the gossip sites were talking about her ex-husband and hers relationship and the divorce, and I was very much so made to follow along with that and then feed back that information and what they were talking about.
He said his name started getting into the drama and people started attacking him.
Now keep in mind I was only 14 at this time, so then I was getting targeted on these gossip sites and I was getting called a pick-me, manipulative, and other words I won't say.
Around this time, Adam said his parents wanted him to distance himself from Colleen and the Ballingers. He said he stopped feeding information to Colleen, but he claimed she baited him.
I would always be baited and dragged along again, whether it was subscribing to my YouTube channel, which made me really happy, and then I would be asked again to get information, or a time where I was really upset because my name was getting thrown into the mix of a lot of things, and then I got a YouTube comment on one of my videos, and then I was asked again. Or in one case, making me believe that I would be flown out to America to go to VidCon, and that was strung along for ages as well, and then that just never happened.
He spoke about how he felt when he heard Colleen's side of her divorce.
This information was always really hard to hear and digest as a 13 to 14-year-old because I was always led to believe that Josh and Colleen were the couple that I should have looked up to. In the vlogs, they were always really happy, so going from a sudden shift of idolizing Josh and Colleen to them being told all this really information about the ex-husband really just, it affected me way more than it should have. It just made me really confused.
Adam then jumped back to 2016, when the live stream where he started talking to Colleen and her best friend Corey DeSoto took place. This is how Adam described what happened.
In 2016, Colleen and Corey were doing a live stream and they stumbled across my Twitter account. This was the day before we officially started really talking. They found my Twitter so funny that they said they needed to send me bra and panties that Corey was wearing during the live stream.
He then played some clips from the live stream.
That outfit! Screaming homeschooled Christian University realness.
Adam, Cookie Ballinger said, "Hi, you're such a fashion icon," and tweeted the ugliest picture of me. This is honestly the worst outfit. He's so rude. What made you order these ugly clothes?
Adam!
Those clothes are nasty. Oh my god, he's so sassy. Your Twitter account is making me laugh so much. I want to send him something. Do you want the bra, Adam?
Do you want the bra and panties? Tweet right now.
Oh my god. Yeah, Adam, let me know what you want. He's in Ireland. Hi, Adam. Okay. I'm sending him something. Okay, maybe he'll want the panties. Although then his parents will be like, you're not allowed to watch who is sending you panties. He'd be like, Mom, don't worry. I watched a boy wear them online first.
Adam also played a clip from a video he has since privated where he spoke about meeting Colleen after the live stream.
Had a conversation. Oh no, I remember what happened. We walked up and whenever I was hugging her, she said, I'm so sorry I didn't bring your lingerie. My parents were right behind me, so thanks for that, Colleen.
He explained what happened when he got the lingerie Colleen sent him.
Immediately, whenever it arrived, my parents were furious. They were so angry and they took it away. And I didn't know if they still had it. And I asked my mom, did she have it? Because she knew I was making this video. So she was looking all morning, but she did find it. So I still have this. I didn't even see these because my mom had just taken them away because she was so shocked. So this was what I was sent. I don't even know, sorry, I don't know which way this goes. This is what I was sent, okay. And then, I hate touching it. Then, these. I don't know which way they go, but these as well. So, I was genuinely still surprised that my mum had these. But, so that was a big warning sign, but because I was so young, I didn't take it. Naive.
He then spoke about when he had lunch with Colleen in Dublin, Ireland in 2018.
So in 2018, Colleen came back to Dublin and she invited me out to lunch. And I was so excited to see, well, my friend again. My mum, on the other hand, was really cautious and waited at the end of the street for us to be done with our lunch. And so whenever I'd finished walking with Eric and Colleen, she would walk me back to the hotel. She made it very clear that she didn't trust Colleen and she had just been mad at everything that I had been told and used for all them years.
Adam jumped to the current situation. He said he had been helping her with ideas for Colleen's Miranda Sings character since 2017, while also helping her with ideas for Colleen's personal channel from 2017 to 2018.
She was aware that the Miranda character had passed its time and that she didn't really enjoy doing it anymore because she couldn't really be problematic as the character anymore.
In December 2017, Adam said he started giving her tweet ideas for the Miranda Sings Twitter account. According to him, when Colleen told him about how the Miranda account wasn't doing well, she said, "Well then, help me!" On March 25th, 2020, Adam said he began giving Colleen tweet ideas again for the Miranda account because he said Colleen was aware the account had become stale and inactive. The next day, he said she started tweeting out some of those ideas. Here are the screenshots he showed with the ideas he sent her. Then, Adam showed a screenshot of a tweet idea where Miranda Sings came out as a Meghan Trainor fan. He said Colleen was initially confused about the Meghan Trainor tweet, saying, "I don't get what you're saying about Meghan." Adam said he explained it to her. "It's random like this people will love and will confuse them, and that's what early Miranda era tweets always were to me." After he explained it, Adam said Colleen was fully on board with the tweet and planned on posting it herself. Here's the concept Adam sent her. "I have an announcement at a time. Then at that time you post the Meghan Trainor tweets I sent you, of you coming out as a Meghan Trainor fan with those edited pics. It's the peak of Troll 2013. Colleen replied, "When should I do that? Should I do that today or tomorrow? Before I post the video?" Adam said, "Today, mama, what you waiting for? Posting today gives attention for tomorrow." Colleen responded, "Okay, cool." Adam said this showed Colleen intended on posting the tweets herself and approved of them. On March 26th at around 10 p.m. in Adam's time zone, Colleen messaged him, "I have a present for you for today. I've never done this with anyone, but I'm trusting you. Right now, I'm considering you my social media intern. But if things go well, we can talk about me hiring you part-time for an hourly rate. I don't like using your creativity and insight for free, so just know I'm not planning on taking advantage of your help and plan on making it more official if it works out that way. How does that sound, Queen?" Adam said he got access to the Miranda account and Colleen sent him a message saying, "Go crazy." Here's how Adam described his role as a social media intern.
So what I had to do was tweet, respond to fans, talk to fans, basically just get hype about Miranda again. So I I spent my entire day and night talking to fans on the Miranda Sings account in group chats. I had long conversations just talking to people on there, tweeting them, and just going through the list of tweets that I had sent her, thinking, what will I tweet next?
Because Adam is in Ireland, which is roughly 8 hours ahead of Los Angeles, where Colleen lives, the exact timeline of when things happened gets a little confusing, but it appears as though Adam posted the Meghan Trainor tweets around this time. On March 27th, Colleen messaged him, "Ha ha ha, wait, you're all good, right? I see you've been tweeting." He said he had been having problems getting into the account because of the email used. Colleen then sent another message to Adam. "Aww." Adam wrote, "Hope I'm making you proud." Here are some of the replies Colleen sent. "OMG, they would be so sad if they knew it wasn't me though. Thanks for doing this. I'm so grateful, but I'm also nervous they will know it's not me responding to them. That would backfire terribly. They would be so mad. So now I'm stressed, LOL. But I'm so happy they are all living for it. Do you feel like a secret agent spy? Like talking to them and is 11-year-old Adam living tweeting for Miranda, LOL? Adam said these messages show Colleen was happy with what Adam was doing with the account, and he said it was nice to see she was grateful for his work. A little while later, Colleen messaged him, "Thank you." Then she sent him a screenshot of a fan calling Colleen out for the Meghan tweets. Uh-oh, am I gonna get in trouble? Be careful. I don't want to be in a scandal and have to apologize. Please, please, please be careful. People are very sensitive these days. This is one of the main reasons it's hard to do Miranda now. People have a hard time understanding satire and jokes, especially with sensitive topics. I'm so glad everything is doing well. But even though you have the password now, I need to approve everything you post before you post it just to avoid problems, okay? It might slow the process down a little, but we gotta be careful. Adam said he was confused because she had already approved everything he had been tweeting on the account. Colleen said, "I'm not mad at all. I'm just paranoid because everyone always gets mad at me and I always have to apologize. And OMG, I love everything you did today. It was magical to see everyone so happy and exciting to see Miranda come back to life." Adam wrote, "Also, Miranda follower count was up so much today and page views is up too. And the most important, I got a lot of buzz around the vid tomorrow by posting snippet from Ep 1. Colleen replied, "Yay, queen of promo." Adam said, "Got the Actors Fund thing promoted, time for new video tomorrow promoted, few tweets about the new video, including snippets of part 1, few weird tweets to create attention and hype, which worked, interacted with the timeline a lot, and they all seemed very happy with that. Feeling great." Colleen responded, "She is truly iconic." Later that night, Colleen messaged Adam, "Okay, I deleted the gay tweets. Sorry, I'm too weak. I can't have people thinking I would make fun of the LGBTQ community. Don't hate me." Adam replied, "No." Colleen said, "But I was getting too many hate tweets." Adam responded, "Okay, fine. It's your call anyway. That's chill. Okay, no problem. Sorry about that." Colleen wrote, "Not your fault. You're so funny. I'm just too sensitive. It will take a while for me to get thick skin again. So be patient with me, LOL." Adam replied, "It's all G. Just trying to work with you to make sure she can reach full potential." Colleen said, "I know." Adam then spoke to Colleen about the Miranda account. Miranda Twitter had a 64% rise today in interaction. Man, I love analytics. It's so fun. I'm such a nerd. Colleen wrote, "I love you. Thank you for everything, for always believing in me and helping me." Adam said she was starting to blame him for the hate she was receiving.
So even though she was saying this, she was slowly starting to put the blame and guilt onto me for stuff that she had already approved and was going to tweet on her own whether she had given me the password or not. Now keep in mind, she texted me and said go crazy in relation to on the account, yet I only tweeted stuff that she had approved, including talking to fans and keeping updated in group chats.
On March 27th at around 9 a.m. in Adam's time zone, Colleen messaged Adam, "Don't forget, don't post anything without my approval for now." Adam said that day was really rough for him.
The next morning and day were really rough for me. I just want to say thanks to my friends and my parents and my family because that was a rough day. It was such a bad day. I saw someone I called a best friend turn her back on me and that really hurts.
That evening, Colleen messaged Adam, "I'm getting an overwhelming amount of hate for the coming out stuff. I don't know what to do. It's like every other tweet I'm getting right now on my Colleen Twitter. I haven't even looked at Miranda's yet. I'm scared to." 10 minutes later, Colleen messaged him again. I replies to one person apologizing. The thing is, I agree with them. Queerbaiting is not a joke. I'm super sad I've upset so many people. I'm telling you, girl, I'm super sensitive. Like, near tears. Adam said this was another sign she was trying to make him feel bad for the posts.
Again, trying to guilt me and make me feel really bad for something that she had already approved and found funny. And she didn't see any problems with it. I'm gonna be really honest for a second. I spent that entire day just crying in bed and texting my friends, and my mom and dad were just comforting me the entire day. I was a mess that day. I was completely radio silent on everything. Ask any of my friends from that day. It was such a horrible day. Like, it was so awful. I didn't even get a message from Colleen asking how I was. It was just guilt tripping me that I had done all this to her, almost as if I had planned it or something.
Colleen continued to message him. It's all anyone is talking about. I'm really upset. I would never post something like that, and now everyone thinks I'm homophobic. I'm really upset. Adam said that with these messages, she was taking back all the praise she had given to him earlier. He also said she never reached out to him to ask how he was doing. He said he and his parents had had enough of Colleen's treatment, and Adam sent her this message. I've logged out and this situation will die down. People know you. They were so excited last night. Mom mentality will make them think they have to believe a certain way. I hope you have seen with the interaction last night got that there's so much possible for the character, and the fans were just waiting for you to have that moment with him again. The series on YouTube has all positive comments and feedback. Twitter drama stays on Twitter, then dies out. I love you so much, and this will pass. Adam said Colleen read the message but has not responded. He also said she deleted all the tweets he posted after he logged out of the account. Around 3 to 4 weeks passed, and Adam said he hadn't heard anything from Colleen, although he said she was upset in several vlogs she posted around this time. However, Adam said he had heard that Corey DeSoto had been saying bad things about Adam in group chats and DMs with fans. Corey also blocked Adam on Twitter. Adam later saw screenshots from group chats of what Corey had been saying and what Corey had said Colleen had been saying about Adam. Adam showed a screenshot of a DM where Corey said Colleen thought Adam was behind a Colleen fan hate account, and he said this was one example out of many screenshots he had. Adam said he felt hurt.
I was hurt that it was believed that I had done this or even taken part in this. I didn't even know what the account was. First, that Colleen believed that I was behind the account or even a part of it, not even just owning it. And secondly, that Corey felt brave enough to run off and talk about it in DMs. So obviously Colleen had been running her mouth about me since my last DM. Keep in mind, I was crying most days after this because I was so upset that I wasn't hearing anything from her. Now I know that, oh, that's where the time went. I was obviously being talked about in these group chats and information was being fed in.
Adam sent a final message to Colleen. Been told by multiple people about how you and Corey have been running, saying I run a hate account for people who support you, which is extremely disappointing that your mind goes to that place. I'm aware, and so are my parents, and have screenshots of everything from the past few weeks that Corey has said about me and in relation to you about me in these group chats, and also everything else before, but never thought you'd stoop to that level, especially due to the 17-year age gap. Talk to me in 16 years if a 33-year-old takes advantage of Flynn for years and then runs talking him on Twitter. You want to play that game? Why do you even bother following me? He said he wanted to make this video to get his side out.
So I had to make this video because people are now slowly finding out that Colleen handed over control of the account to me, and before any other lies about the situation start getting thrown out, I had to put my side across because I'm fed up.
Many people supported Adam and condemned Colleen's actions, pointing out the large age gap between them. Colleen Ballinger, a grown 30-year-old woman, manipulated a child, and y'all are out here blaming him. What 13-year-old isn't going to do anything for the attention of their idol? It's up to her to know better, not Adam. She was a 30-year-old woman, he was 13. Can you imagine if the roles were reversed and this were a 30-year-old man and a 13-year-old girl sending lingerie? Like, come on. Others said there is an imbalance of power in their relationship. One of the biggest issues with the Adam and Colleen dynamic was that a grown adult was using a kid as a pawn in her divorce, to dig up dirt, to divulge incredibly personal information. This isn't okay when it's a parent-child relationships, let alone a public figure fan. This is abuse of power. This is inappropriate. This is not okay. She needs to be held accountable. Full stop. So Colleen Ballinger, aka Miranda Sings, manipulated a 13-year-old boy, sending said underage boy underwear in the mail, giving him access to her social media accounts, and gaslighting him when things hit the fan. Really? Not to mention pressuring him to get info on her messy divorce. A few people said they believed Colleen's behavior was a form of grooming. One person pointed out that the Meghan Trainor tweets weren't the first time Colleen has potentially queerbaited. Colleen Ballinger says she would never post something like queerbaiting. Her YouTube channel says otherwise. And someone else said they weren't surprised. This shouldn't be surprising, consider how much she hangs out with JoJo Siwa, who's like 16, holy. However, some people, including many of Colleen's fans, defended her. One fan tweeted a thread explaining why they didn't fully believe Adam, and it includes many of the arguments Colleen's fans have used to defend her. I'll link the full thread in the sources, but I'll only include the most relevant parts along with additional context. Here is some of the thread. If you know Colleen Ballinger in any way, you know that she is so non-confrontational, it's almost detrimental to her. She is the type of person to never see bad in anyone and to trust everyone she is close to with her life. She's extremely giving and kind, and everyone knows that she will go out of her way to help the people she cares for, even when it does worse for her. I was on the same live stream where Adam won the underwear Colleen sent him. I know someone posted a clip from that, but Adam literally asked Colleen for it. The full story is that Colleen and Corey were on live on YouTube, and Colleen was giving away a bunch of clothes because she used to online shop like a madman in the middle of the night and forget what she ordered, and everything would be ugly when it arrived. So she was tying on a bunch of clothes that had come, and she was giving stuff she didn't like to fans for fun. Adam was tweeting Colleen during the live absolutely bashing the ugly clothes, and Colleen thought it was hilarious and decided to give something away to him. She asked what he wanted from all the clothes, joking that he could have the bra and panties because what would he wear from what she had anyways, and that was the funniest. And he said he wanted the underwear, so she sent it to him. From what I know, that was when their relationship started. I'd also like to add that when Adam got the underwear in the mail, he tried it on and posted pics of it, which contradicts what he said about his mother taking it away as soon as it arrived. I also have memories of Adam tweeting about that event long after it happened in a fond way. Here's another clip from the end of the live stream where Adam appeared to ask for the lingerie.
Oh yeah, it was Adam. Yeah, it was Adam.
What did he say? Is he being mean?
He said, hi, you have ugly clothes, but I want those ratchet panties and bras signed by Corey because he modeled them well.
Yay!
Here's a screenshot of Adam asking Colleen about the lingerie after the live stream, and Colleen promising to send it to him soon. And here's a screenshot of Adam wearing the bra after receiving it, directly contradicting what he said in his video about his mom taking the lingerie away immediately after it arrived. However, Adam clarified what he said about the bra shortly after posting his YouTube video. I just want to say, fans of Colleen have been sharing around picture of me with the items on over my clothes during a video call when I was 13. In my video today, I state I didn't see them and my parents took them away. To specify, my parents took them away once they became aware of them, as they were addressed to me and I opened them. Sorry if I was mistaken when I said I didn't see them. Yet again, I find this very creepy that this was a photograph video that has been kept for 5 years behind my back, and is quite alarming that photos of 13-year-old boys have been stored in camera rolls. Back to the thread. Colleen has been nothing but supportive to Adam for as long as I can remember. There have been many times when she would buy his merch and post about it and always support his channel and all sorts of kind things. She loves to interact with fans and support them as much as they support her. She doesn't do kind things to manipulate people, she does kind things because she's kind. I don't know about you, but in my opinion, I don't think it's wrong for close friends to share parts of their life. Colleen trusted Adam with sensitive stuff and he completely bashed that privacy. I understand that she probably shouldn't have shared details with such a young kid, but being a Ballinger fan at that same time and being the same age, I know how much we all were curious, and I'm sure he did absolutely nothing to stop her from sharing more. If you ever follow Adam on Twitter when he was in other fandoms, such as Britney Spears, he absolutely lived for that. Every day my timeline would have gossip, drama reports, and hashtags about Britney's personal life, and that was all Adam, because why would Colleen tell him to keep track of that? Even if you look at his channel, he's constantly talking about drama and scandals, and maybe Colleen did ask what drama was going on and what was being spread about her, which isn't great to ask of a fan, but Adam was most definitely not being forced to insert himself in drama on Colleen's behalf. The Ballinger fandom in 2016-2017 had drama literally every day, but he was part of the friend group that was involved in all of it. Adam is acting like the age gap between them as friends was harmful and disturbing, when he, at the age of 13 to 15, would literally Photoshop Colleen's head onto bodies and would put hardcore in his friends' group chats. If anyone was being harmful to another, it was Adam to Colleen. Colleen and Corey are not the same person. Anything Corey said about Adam came from Corey's mouth, not Colleen's. For context, here is a screenshot that appears to show Adam photoshopping Colleen's head on an explicit photo. And here's a screenshot that appears to show Adam posting about one of Colleen's videos being uploaded on an explicit website, although it isn't entirely clear if Adam was the one who uploaded the video. Back to the thread. The fan addressed the lunch Colleen and Adam had in 2018. They were in a public space. Her and Adam had met before, so she wasn't a stranger. In my opinion, reaching out to a fan to have lunch is so incredibly generous and kind, and everyone who is a fan of someone dreams of something like that happening to them, and he's trying to turn it into a predatory and creepy act. It's lunch, and as he said many times, they were friends. The fan also spoke about the Meghan Trainor tweet backlash. Of course people got upset and she took all the blame. It wasn't even her joke. She didn't understand it and she didn't even tweet it, yet she took all the blame for the harmful tweet. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was his fault. Yes, Colleen had every intention to post the tweet herself when he was giving her ideas, but she didn't even understand the joke, never mind that it was harmful. So how could you blame her for just going along with it? I'd also like to add that Colleen has 2 gay men on her team, so she probably assumed that if they were not harmed by the joke, then it wasn't bad because nobody stopped it. When she saw that people were upset and read about why it was harmful, she felt awful about it and apologized, so his "she was gonna post it anyways" BS is exactly that. Bullshit. She trusted Adam's humor enough to go through with it when she didn't even come up with it or understand it. I think it's petty that in the whole video, Adam didn't even take responsibility for his own offensive joke and made it seem like Colleen was the bad guy for giving the okay when she didn't even understand it. She trusted him enough to give him the passwords to her whole life. She was going to give him a job. A social media intern is a very real job which many celebrities have, and from my point of view, that was very generous and kind offer to give to a fan. She wanted to pay him for his help that he's provided instead of just using his ideas with nothing in return. That is literally the nicest thing, is it not? But don't forget that she never said this job was certain though. She said if things go well, and if it works out, which implies that him running the account was kind of a test run. That test run obviously didn't work because Colleen got in a scandal literally a few days later from the Meghan Trainor thing, but Adam got pressed when she changed her mind, as if she didn't say, if this goes well. Nothing was guaranteed. As for Colleen being nervous her fans would find out someone else was tweeting on the Miranda account, the fan said, I don't know about you, but that seems very valid to me. I mean, if I were to get a DM from Colleen and then find out it wasn't even her, I would probably be a little disappointed too, but she has a family and a life. I 100% understand hiring somebody to do the little parts of your job. Adam is acting like she's evil for hiring him, but she says herself that she feels bad but appreciates him. She simply changes her mind about how she wants him to run the account, and he's acting like she's backstabbing him. She's still telling him how appreciative she is, that he's doing this and bringing fans joy, but simply doesn't want to get in trouble. I see nothing wrong with that. The fan also said they couldn't understand why Adam thought Colleen was trying to put the blame on him while she was complimenting him. I am absolutely bamboozled because where in the world is the blame? She literally told him he was funny and appreciated him, but doesn't want to put her career on the line. And she literally took the blame for the incident. So I don't know what he's talking about, saying she's putting blame on him. He says Colleen hadn't messaged him asking how he was because he was hurting, but he, 1, never expressed that he was upset, and 2, he literally didn't get any of the blame for saying things. He's not being bashed in the public eye. She is. Like, I don't know what kind of comforting he wants, because he literally posted messed up, let someone else take the fall, and then blames them for guilt-tripping him? Sorry, but that makes no sense to me. Basically, I just think Adam twisted this whole situation because he was upset that Colleen hadn't given him the attention he wanted. He victimized himself when it wasn't a victim, and I'm not saying Colleen is the victim either. I am simply saying that I think it's unfair for one kid who is upset at being ghosted by a celebrity to try and ruin their life and career by throwing around dangerous words like and grooming when their relationship was a consensual friendship between a generous person and a fan. One person said the thread didn't change their mind. Okay, after reading all this, I still have the same opinion. 30-year-olds should not talk to 13-year-olds about intimate parts of their lives. They shouldn't be close friends with 13-year-olds in general. They damn sure shouldn't be sending them lingerie, no matter if they ask or not. But someone else said Colleen may not have had bad intentions. She may have seen it as a mentoring relationship. I share intimate parts of my life with a few 16-year-olds under my wing so they can learn from my stories. And consider she's a comedian with lots of young fans. She probably didn't think twice about the panties. Others said people need to wait for Colleen's side. You said everything I was thinking. I think Colleen was being very kind, but placed her trust in the wrong person. Yes, he was young, but we all know how hard life can get, and sometimes you just need to vent, and she felt safe enough to do that with him. Not saying what she did was right, but people need to give her slack. She never intentionally did anything to hurt him, and was being very kind to him, even offering to pay him and give him a job. I get why he feels hurt, but Colleen's human. Not just human, but she's an amazing person. Wife, mother, friend, I don't know. I just feel like people are jumping on her, and it isn't right. All of this seems so innocent and trivial to me. As a person that's been her fan for years, he should have gone to her about it instead of making it public. That's personally what I would have done. I'm sorry, but out of every YouTuber that has been cancelled, Colleen Ballinger just doesn't strike me as a predator. And let's remember what happened to Shane Dawson and Johnny Depp. Let's hear both sides before we assume and come for people. Colleen hasn't officially responded to the drama, but Corey has referenced the situation through his social media activities. He's liked several tweets that support Colleen, including, "It's terrifying how fast y'all turned on her based on one video, and how fast you'll turn back when you finally understand the truth. But the gag is, she offered him a job, she supported him, she was confused by his ideas but gave him creative control because she trusted him and thought he was funny, but ultimately made the choice to re-evaluate his decision to queerbait? I don't understand what are missing here. Please enlighten me." And another fan shared a DM Corey sent to a group chat. "Sorry if you all are hurt, but that video was a lie. Colleen literally loves you all so much." However, things got a little heated when James Charles got involved. On May 8th, Colleen tweeted, "OMG, I just thought about how when the quarantine is over, I'll eventually start doing live shows again. Then I started thinking about how I'll get to do meet and greets and legit started crying. I miss you guys so much." Someone replied, "You can't ignore the situation forever. If you don't address it, it will get worse." James responded, "It's literally all lies. The boy begged Colleen for the panties for years, he ran her Twitter for one day, and she never ghosted him either. In fact, he tried to bring Flynn into his argument. Sure, his story doesn't look the best, but he's looking for attention since Colleen won't give it to him anymore. And y'all are feeding it instead. Even if she did address it, people would say she's attacking a minor. Let her take care of her family and son during this pandemic and worry about something else, please. I'm tired of seeing my friend dragged over lies." Someone else wrote, "I guess the biggest thing I have a problem with is the excuse, he asked for the underwear. In that moment, Colleen was the adult and shouldn't have responded by sending them. If a kid asks to drive your car, it is your job as the adult to say no and make the grown-up decision." James replied, "Sure, this is a fair. It's not like they were used dirty underwear. They were brand new with the tag on. He begged for them for months straight, was excited to get them, and the Miranda character is obviously weird. Smart choice? Probably not. Groomer? Absolutely not." Another person said, "Have you ever considered that maybe the people who keep tweeting about it are also hurt as well? You're contributing to a toxic fandom that stands proven liars and are encouraging the bullying and harassment of a teenager." James responded, "No one is encouraging bullying or harassment. It doesn't matter how old he is. He lied. You are encouraging the mentality that lying is okay, and anyone who stands up for themselves or their friend is a bully." On May 12th, Colleen uploaded a video titled "Addressing Everything." In the video, she addressed some of her previous controversies but spent the most time discussing the situation with Adam, although she never addressed him by name. Colleen said she didn't address the video because when Adam had reached out to her and told her he was upset, she said she responded right away.
"I was very shocked and confused. I expressed I didn't know what they were talking about, and I also expressed frustration that they were trying to bring my son's name into their drama."
She then showed a screenshot from her DM conversation with Adam. The first two messages are from Colleen and appear to have been sent after Adam's goodbye message to her. "Takes advantage of Flynn? What are you talking about? What does Flynn have to do with anything? How dare you bring my son into your drama? I didn't say anything about you. I've never been anything but nice to you. I haven't said one word about you. I'm not going to argue with you or talk smack about you. I wish you well and have always appreciated your support, but bringing my son into your drama is too far, Adam. The screenshot also shows a message that is allegedly from Adam's mother. This is Adam's mom. It's not nice when your child is brought into things, but if you had read it correctly, you would have seen he wasn't, and it was a comparison that was being made. Mother to mother, you may now understand. Never speak my son's name again, and tell your sidekick the same applies to him. Colleen said she was trying to respect Adam's mother's wishes, but because of all the speculation, she believes she has to address it. She also said that while she did have proof to back up what she was saying, she would not be sharing screenshots of private messages between herself and Adam because he was and still is a minor. Colleen began by addressing the underwear situation.
The biggest issue that came from his video is that I sent a child underwear, and wow, anyone who heard this out of context and was offended, I completely understand because I would be too. But in this situation, context is everything, so I would like to give you some context to this situation.
She described the situation as I've already presented it earlier in the video. 4 years ago, Colleen did a live stream where she gave away brand new clothing she had just bought and did not want to fans. One of those items was an underwear set that she and Corey were making fun of. Colleen said people started asking for the lingerie set, and at the end of the video, Adam asked for the underwear.
It was so ridiculous and funny, we laughed about it, and I forgot to send them to him. And eventually he tweeted me asking me for them again. I sent them to him. He put them on over his clothes and posted about them. It was like a big joke within the fandom. I did this publicly. That live stream is still up right now.
She also said this wasn't the first time she had given away weird stuff.
And I've always given out weird random things in live streams. I've given out a taco costume. I've given out old bobby pins, dirty shoes. A few weeks ago, I sent a fan like a single piece of toilet paper. And so in my mind at the time, this was no different than all the other weird stuff I send to my fans as a joke. Now, in hindsight, I see how completely stupid of me. I should have never sent that. I don't know what part of my brain was missing at the time that I thought, oh, this is a normal, silly thing to do. I should have realized and recognized how dumb that was and never sent it to him, no matter how much he asked. But it was never a sneaky, creepy, gross thing that I was doing in secret. It was a silly, stupid mistake that now is being blown way out of proportion.
Colleen said she was surprised to hear in Adam's video that his mother was uncomfortable with Colleen.
I was always under the impression, due to the things he told me and the things that I saw on the internet, that she not only was aware of our interactions, but she was very supportive of him being a fan of mine. She commented on a photo of him this year at my show saying how it was such a fun night. She gave him a birthday card when he was 16 with me on it, and he let me know multiple times how much his parents loved me and watched my videos. So this was surprising for me to hear, because if I had known that, I would have stopped all interactions with him if I ever knew his parents were uncomfortable.
Then she spoke about the Miranda Sings Twitter account controversy. She said she had often asked fans for advice on her content.
Over the years, I've loved asking my fans for advice on what I should post for Miranda videos, Miranda tweets, things like that. Quite honestly, you guys are the funniest people that I know, and I love your advice. I love your input. I've taken a handful of suggestions as to what I should tweet as Miranda from my fans over the years, and he is included in that. I used a couple of his tweet ideas many years ago. They did really well. He was super funny.
Colleen said after the initial tweet ideas, Adam asked her multiple times to help her with her social media.
I always thought that was really, really sweet, but most of the time I did not engage in those conversations until recently. A couple months ago, he reached out to me and brought up the fact that the Miranda accounts hadn't been as active as they used to be and how he wanted to help me do more social media stuff.
She said Adam sent her a bunch of edited photos he had ready and funny tweets he wanted to post for Miranda.
And he let me know that he had experience working in social media. He really vetted for himself, and because I'd known him for so many years, I was overexhausted and I don't have all the time I used to have to run all my social media. I thought, you know what, this might be a good situation to test run this and see if this could work out.
Colleen said she had hired fans to work for her in the past.
I love hiring my fans for many reasons. One, they're super freaking talented. Two, they know me better than anybody. And three, I love supporting their dreams and passions in any way that I can. I've hired my fans to design merch. I've hired fans to go on tour with me. I've hired fans to edit things for me. And how hiring my employees works is I usually do a little test run to see how it goes. If it goes well, then I hire them officially through my company and they are paid legally through the corporation. It was no different for him.
She said she gave Adam access to the account and he started tweeting stuff for her, including the Meghan Trainor tweet. She took responsibility for the tweet going out.
He sent me a very long list of a ton of different things he wanted to post, and I did not look over it closely enough. I did not review it closely enough. I remember the moment when I saw all of these things. I was breastfeeding my son and I kind of just scrolled through and was like, yeah, go for it, have fun, I trust you. And when he posted it, I put zero blame on him at all. It was my fault. I knew better than to let someone else tweet for me. I should have reviewed closely every single thing that was going to come out of Miranda's mouth. I let him know that I loved him, he did a great job, it was my fault, not his. I publicly apologized for the tweet. I deleted the tweets that were posted that weren't posted from me.
Colleen said she told Adam she was upset that people were disappointed in her. He told her he had logged out of the account, and from Colleen's point of view, that was the end of the situation until Adam told her he was upset with her. She said she cared about Adam like she cared for all her fans, and she wished him the best.
I don't know what he's going through right now, but I don't want him to hurt anymore. He made it very clear in his video that he wants to move on from this and be separated from this whole situation, so let him have that, and let me have the same. It absolutely breaks my heart to see people saying negative things about me interacting with my fans based on this situation. I love talking to my fans. I love interacting with my fans. My fans are many different ages, so yes, there are some teenagers, but there's also adults.
Colleen also admitted to oversharing with fans in general.
To me, you aren't just my fans, you're my friends. We all have seen me cry way too many times on this channel about things I probably should have kept to myself. I definitely overshare, and I have definitely overshared with fans when they have asked me what's wrong, or asked me how I'm feeling, or try to console me when I'm feeling down. I definitely have overshared in the past with them and talked with them a little too much when I should have kept things to myself or talked to family or close friends instead.
She thanked her fans for helping her become a better person over the years, and she said she was grateful for their support and guidance when she made mistakes. However, she said she had been receiving a lot of hate since Adam's video came out.
But over the last month, I've received a lot of criticism that isn't the type of constructive criticism I've received over the last decade. It is more just hateful and cruel, and the things that are being said about me are absolutely horrendous. No, I should have never sent a fan underwear. How stupid am I? No, I definitely should have never given him access to my Twitter account. And no, I shouldn't have talked to him as often as I did. But I am not a monster. I am not a groomer, and I shouldn't. Be careful with the words you choose to use, because I have learned time and time again that words definitely matter and your words can hurt people.
Many people, particularly Colleen's fans, responded positively to the video. Influencers also sent Colleen support, including James Charles, Gabriel Zamora, and Manny MUA. However, there were people who didn't like the video. A few people said she didn't really address anything. Colleen, you said you typically hire fans for things and it was no different for Adam, but you know that isn't true when he showed screenshots of you feeling guilty of not paying him, and how you usually don't do this, emphasizing that he's lucky to be talking to you like that. Is she gonna acknowledge her past queerbaiting that she claimed she's never done? Her filming and laughing at a dead cat? Calling Jews ugly on several occasions, using the word in a joking manner repetitively? She skimmed over this, her past mistakes hugely, disappointing, addressing everything except, once again, anything Adam brought up about her ex-husband. Convenient how you just pick and choose what you want to address, and your minions will still kiss the ground you walk on. Disgusting. Is 30 years old, uses a 13-year-old to dig up drama on her ex. Although one person said she didn't address her specific oversharing with Adam because he was a minor, and others said Colleen was being hypocritical. As a fan who's been with you since 2012, I really appreciate this apology, but at the end you preach about how words can hurt and that you receive death threats. Where was that energy when your fans sent daily death threats to your ex-husband? You should have said something. At the end of the vid, you say words matter. Yes, they do. I think you and Corey should keep that in mind when engaging with people under 18 in catty group chats. Words also mattered when your fans were telling your ex-husband to You are right. Words are very hurtful. That's what Joshua went through for years. Now you know what he went through. Be nice, Colleen, and stay humble. For context, Joshua Evans, Colleen's ex-husband, received a lot of hate after news of their divorce broke, and some of that hate continued for a long time after the divorce. Adam himself has not responded, but tweets allegedly written by his mother were posted soon after Colleen's video was published. As a mother, I'd been pleased but cautious in the past to see my son happy. However, things have changed, and alongside messages I have recently been made aware of, such as this from when he was 15, and him being badmouthed by you, Corey, in group chats, led to a mother-to-mother appeal to be respectful of my son. It was not a silence, nor the implication of legal action as is being circulated. Attached to the tweets were screenshots from a group chat that appeared to show Colleen asking Adam inappropriate questions for a YouTube video. Although some fans say it was a fake account using Colleen's Twitter name. That seems to be the end of the situation for now. So, What's the big issue? Parasocial relationships with celebrities and how they can impact people. It's not uncommon for people to feel like they have a friendship with someone who is famous, even when the famous person doesn't know who the other person is. This is called a parasocial relationship, an ongoing, one-sided bond with a media figure. They are strong emotional bonds with people you've never met and who don't, or can't, relate back to you. While the relationship is one-sided, psychologically, it's extremely similar to a social relationship in real life. And even though Colleen and Adam did speak regularly and met a few times in real life, the dynamic between fan and celebrity that exists in parasocial relationships was present in their friendship. Parasocial relationships have taken on a new meaning in the social media age, particularly on a platform like Twitter. Platforms like Twitter have transformed the nature of parasocial relationships, both intensifying them and making them harder to define, as more celebrities actively interact with fans and share personal information. Through Twitter, fans now have the opportunity to hear back from a celebrity, eliminating the one-sided nature of parasocial relationships and transforming them into something closer to acquaintanceships. In a paper written by Alice Marwick and Dana Boyd in the International Journal of Research into New Media Technologies, the author said, while parasocial interaction is largely imaginary and takes place primarily in the fan's mind, Twitter conversations between fans and famous people are public and visible, and involve direct engagement between the famous person and their follower. These interactions take the celebrities out of the realm of fantasy and reposition them as real people. However, there can be some frustrating parts to interacting with celebrities on social media. Gail Stever, a researcher for SUNY Empire State College, said people are frustrated by the lack of control over the relationship with the celebrity. A subject Stever interviewed said, "Sometimes I feel frustrated by Twitter because he has all the power, and sometimes I feel a bit teased by the situation, but it's not like it's fault." Some experts say parasocial relationships can lead to people having unrealistic expectations that can harm their real-life relationships going forward. And while there are some real benefits to parasocial relationships, they are not a replacement for real-life relationships. So you can see, while it's easy to understand why people are drawn to parasocial relationships and attachments, it's also important to find a balance with real-life relationships. Overall, this is an extremely messy situation. We'll never know the full story behind Colleen and Adam's relationship. However, it is possible to cross lines and boundaries, even with the best of intentions. While Colleen may not have meant harm, things can get tricky when an adult befriends a child who idolizes that adult. With any relationship, it's important to understand the power dynamics and have clear communication, and always remember the person on the other side of the screen. What do you think about this story? Do you think there was a problem with Colleen and Adam's friendship? Let me know in the comments below.